Well, hello and welcome to today's video. We are going to talk about creating text message marketing campaigns that win, beginning first, of course, with creating the message templates. I'm going to show you exactly how we do it to set ourselves up for success, to be able to market at a high level. We sent over 2 million text messages last year. This is part of the result, seeing what works and what doesn't work. You're not going to want to miss this, so let's get it started. When you're in Launch Control, you want to go directly to the left-hand side of the screen, click on Templates in this option, and we of course already have a few existing templates that are in here. My preferred method of creating these is to never reinvent the wheel. One danger in just duplicating it and then trying to create another one is that Launch Control, as a grace, does not allow you to just replicate and make it too similar to any other message template that already exists inside of your platform here. In our case, we have 54 of them, so it does get challenging to replicate these. I say all that to point you directly to the easy button. That is the Make It Easy button here at Real Estate Investing Made Easy. We'll create the message template by clicking the upper right hand corner there. And then the first step that I would encourage you to do for that Make It Easy button is click the link in the description below to access this 2023 Kickstarter template guide, right? This is just going to go step by step to show you how you can recreate and replicate winning text messages for you. And it's going to provide you with some basic guidelines for initial formulas, as well as negative keywords and possible alternatives. One thing, possible alternatives that are not necessarily offered by Launch Control themselves. But what we really are focused on now are two-stage message templates. You're going to get them. So there's 4 of them, which obviously makes sense now if you look here on the screen at 4 of these and then a 5th one that's an alternate message, which we'll talk about. So if we were to just go ahead and follow this, then you would be downloading that linked in the description below, and then you're going to copy it. What we'll do is, by the way, we'll email it to you once you put your name and email address in that opt-in box, and then we'll send this over to you. But open this up and then copy on line 7 here exactly what that says for the first initial message, and then just paste that right in here. Once you do, right, you're going to want to change this. This is option 1 to create a unique message template. Option 2 to create a message template, I recommend you head over to our channel and then you watch this video right here. Stop paying for this. What he did with ChatGPT is insane. It is a how to create SMS marketing templates with ChatGPT. And that's just going to show you the hack that you can utilize to do this automatically without having to think, so you can spend more time doing whatever the heck you want to do, right? Or being on the phone with all the leads, prospects that you're getting as leads to close some deals. So do that, and do that 4 different times inside of here. And for this example, I'm not going to change them at all, but I will share with you what's important to note as you do create them. Now, these are also the same sets of criteria that you'll want to enter in as bumpers for ChatGPT. So what you should pay attention to is make sure it's a minimum of 8 characters and at least 2 spinner tokens. Now, if you don't know what spinner tokens are, direct your attention right here. Hey, hi, very excitedly with an exclamation mark, hi, as well as house, home, and place. Those are spinner tokens. They have at least 3 different options, and that's why it says up here, each spinner token must have at least 3 elements. Now that's at least, but it could have more, right? So I put spot. That's not really, I'm not going to be using this, but for that purpose, I also want to let you know you need to name it. So I'll just name this test, do not use. And then what you'll want to do is choose what template type. This is important when you talk about tracking your KPIs and understanding what's working in your business as a real estate investor. What lists are working and what's not working. What niche is producing the most revenue for your business. Now, one thing that we can do and what we do for people is we offer a paid service, and that's a Marketing Launch Accelerator package where we include a custom KPI tracker that we use. And this is here over the last year. I've entered in the date range. We sent over 2.5 million texts, right? 2,675,000 texts or so over the last year. This is 2022, January 1 all the way to 2022 last day, December 31st. And it'll show us at a high glance a lot of information that's helpful for us to pivot. By the way, it didn't always look like this. The prior year, there was a lot more red up here. Yellow is where we don't really want to be. We want to push it above. And the reason why our deliverability rate kind of totals 87.88% is because we're the guinea pigs. We're the ones who threw out chat emojis, right, for our entirety of message templates just to see what would happen. We're the ones who did the 2-stage templates to see what happened, and that's been a good result. So while you still can stick with the traditional, hey, I'm looking to see if you wanted an offer on 123 Main Street, although don't use offer and don't use looking because those are negative keywords, you could certainly do that. However, if you choose to do that inside of this Kickstart template, you will have alternatives. And you can see that right here on the screen. Hoping has a 0 in it, consider is misspelled. And I could weigh the benefits and the drawbacks for actually utilizing this as a method. And there are also templates so that you can just copy and paste in the same way, the 1-stage message templates in the same way that we have available for the 2-stage, but it's your choice. See what sticks. See what works in your area. We found that a lot of people, depending on the location, they don't really like when we misspell a bunch of words, and they also don't like when we use emojis, by the way. And Launch Control will tell you themselves, do not use emojis. And I would imagine that no matter what platform you're on, that would probably still be a good practice. So we've removed all of our emojis, we've kept them under 160 characters, and you should follow suit if you want to replicate the success that we've had with text message marketing. One point of fact you should know is you can use these principles and everything we're discussing for other platforms as well. The only other one that I'd recommend is Smarter Contact if you're not planning on sending massive volumes of text messages. We are on the Pro package for the most part, and it gives you free incoming messages. After that initial outreach, you don't pay for any of the other communications with a prospect, which is huge because with the other ones, other platforms, they'll charge you per message every single time back and forth, which at the end of the day, if you're trying to do what we do, 50,000 plus messages, then you're going to pay even more than $14.97 a month. So moving on, the negative keywords we did address. So of course you don't want to have negative keywords. Now don't worry, because one question, and I got this before, that you might have could be, well, what if I accidentally use a negative keyword? Well, you won't, okay? And the reason for that is if you're using Launch Control, they'll tell you it is not a proper keyword to use, notwithstanding the fact that it is up there, right? You can see that offer. So all that said, you're not going to be able to use negative keywords. It actually will not let you do that, which is a grace from Launch Control. Notwithstanding that, we're going to move on to number 2 after having named it. Make sure that all of these little boxes are checked, and then you just click next to go to the second message template. There are the same restrictions and the same specifications that you have to meet here, in addition to the 3rd and 4th message. But on the alternate message, before you actually save this template, this is for certain carriers where you can only shoot out plain text as opposed to these variables. And that will happen, and it has happened with AT&T before, as we've noticed, and we'll talk more later in a future video exactly how to send these batches out, and you'll be able to see these alternating text messages getting keyed up, right? They're going to be kind of in the chute before you click send, because you will have to click it, but it's actually fairly easy. It sounds complicated when we talk about we're sending over 50,000 messages every single month. Now, don't go anywhere just yet, because there's one more really important thing that you have to know about this whole process. But I will say that if you've watched this so far and you've implemented what we're teaching in this video, then you're on your way to a successful text message marketing campaign utilizing Launch Control, or potentially even if you're utilizing Smarter Contact, which is the only other one that we'd recommend. Both are linked in the description below. Support the channel and use those affiliate links, please. Also, if you know how to do this, yeah, you're on your way. However, to create the actual batches is another thing, and to do it successfully, we're going to talk about exactly that in this next video, where we're going to discuss how to create and send batches. You're not going to want to miss this, so click here where we're going to make it easy.